Hello friends! In this video you'll see how the actors of the TV series Roseanne 1988-2018 changed. You'll know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then and what's with them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go! Dan Connor is Ed's son and Roseanne's husband. He is good-natured and can approach many situations with understanding and tries to smooth over conflicts. He rarely loses his temper, but his tone is unobjectionable. Played by John Goodman. Jackie Harris was Fred's spouse and was also related to Roseanne. She is a thoughtful woman who can think outside the box. Jackie has a strong spirit and knows how to overcome challenges. She has a son, Andy. The role is played by Laurie Metcalf. DJ Connor is the younger brother of Becky and Darlene, whom sometimes he can annoy or play pranks on. He likes to play pranks, blackmail, but sometimes he could be quarrelsome. Basically, DJ wasn't disingenuous. The role was performed by Michael Fishman. Darlene Connor is one of the daughters of the Connor couple and beloved of David. She can be very resilient, tries to learn from her mistakes, but sometimes can react somewhat sensitively to some situations. She can be sarcastic at times. Played by Sarah Gilbert. Becky Connor is the firstborn son of Dan and Roseanne. She has an ability to relate to people, is bright and likes to try new things. Becky has a good relationship with her parents and is often involved in household chores. The role is played by Alicia Gordon. David Healy had an affair with Darlene, which later developed into a marriage. He is quite perceptive, somewhat humble, and not the kind of guy who tends to be rude or pushy. David closely related to Mark. He is good at drawing. He was played by Johnny Galecki. Mark Healy is the lover of Becky. He is confident, able to be observant, and, without special education, is good at repairing cars. He can behave violently when he is drinking. Played by Glenn Quinn, who died of an accidental drug overdose in 2002. Becky Connor Healy is Mark's sweetheart. She's an independent person who knows how to appreciate the personal qualities of a loved one and accept him as he is. Becky has a clear vision and rarely changes her mind. The role is performed by Sarah Chalk. Beverly Harris, Estelle Parsons, is a blood relative of Roseanne and Jackie. She can react somewhat harshly to situations in her daughters' lives, but she tries to help them and support them financially. She is quite smiley and can often be seen wearing a hat. Fred, Michael O'Keefe, is Andy's father and was briefly married to Jackie. He is accustomed to doing the right thing and is able to take responsibility for his actions. It's quite difficult for Fred to try on things that are unusual for his vision of life. Leon Karp, Martin Mull, is on good terms with Roseanne Connor, with whom he also worked together. He is of a sensitive nature and can often be irritable, especially when his recommendations are not heeded. Leon likes to style his hair neatly and wears a mustache. Nancy Bartlett was in a serious relationship with Arnie Thomas and also had a romantic relationship with Marla for a while. She is somewhat narcissistic, but at the same time can help and support her friends in a difficult situation. Played by Sandra Bernhard. Chuck Mitchell is married to Anne Mary and is on good terms with Dan, whom he often visits. He is quite smiling but is not inclined to put all his feelings and thoughts outside. Well-versed in the repair of trucks and cars. He was played by James Pickens Jr. Arnie Thomas has a good relationship with Dan Connor and was romantically involved with Nancy Bartlett. He has a tendency to cheat and can often be rude and act impulsively. Arnie is obese in the abdominal area, able to play poker. He was played by Tom Arnold. Bonnie Watkins is one of the employees at Broadbells who worked with Roseanne Connor. She can be quick-witted and not prone to constant change. Bonnie wears her signature uniform at work, consisting of a dress and bonnet. The role is performed by Bonnie Bramlett. Anne Mary Mitchell went to the same school as Jackie and Roseanne in the past and has maintained a good relationship with them even years later. She enjoys spending time with friends, playing mischievous games, and can often discuss others. Played by Adila Barnes. Scott is Leon's lover. He is a poised, good-natured man and is able to have a positive influence on his companion. Scott can be quite irresistible, and he can quickly connect with many people. Played by Fred Willard, who died in 2020 of cardiac arrest. Molly Tilden, Danielle Harris, is Charlotte's own sister and lives next door to the Connors. She enjoys spending time with guys and can pay attention to a guy she likes, whether he is busy or not. Has a strained relationship with Darlene, sometimes smokes pot. Booker Brooks worked at Wellman Plastics, where he served as a manager and also had a relationship with Jackie Harris. At work, he often wears a shirt with rolled-up sleeves and also likes to wear ties. Played by George Clooney. Ed Connor is a close relative of Dan, with whom he has an uneasy relationship. He can be pleasant, but also narcissistic, but treats his grandchildren well, giving them signs of attention. Played by Ned Beatty, who died in 2021 of natural causes. Wanda Green is an employee of Wellman's and worked with Roseanne Connor. She has a slender figure and a wide, pleasant smile. Like the others, Wanda wears simple clothes to work and may occasionally tie her hair up with a scarf. Played by Charlene Woodard. George, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, has a good relationship with DJ Connor, with whom he attends the same D. Madison school. He can often be annoying and it is easy to piss off. George likes cleanliness and is rarely seen unkempt. He has a keen interest in numismatics. Dr. Rudman works in the maternity ward. At work, he wears only a medical uniform and often carries a stethoscope and a clipboard to record the condition of his patients. He has signs of alopecia as well as vision problems. He was played by Dan Florek. Chip Lang, Jared Rushman, is Becky Connor's first serious love interest. He can be somewhat pushy and sweet in his courtship of a girl. He likes to go to the cinema time after time and strives for financial independence. Mostly wears his watch on his left hand. Marla has a strong attraction to women and was briefly in a love relationship with Nancy Bartlett. She has a pretty appearance and has a good shape. Marla loves wearing chunky necklaces as well as colorful blouses. The role was played by Morgan Fairchild. Dr. Phillips is well qualified and clearly knows how to assess all risks and doesn't withhold real information about patients' health status. Phillips is quite confident and prefers to look presentable outside of work. The role was played by Michael Desbarres. Stacy Fleckler is an employer of the Lunchbox, where she's a waitress. She may well accept interesting offers, such as being a model. She has blonde, straight hair, which she prefers to wear loose. Likes to put bright accents on her lips. Played by Tracy Lords. Dwight is quite familiar with Roseanne and Dan Connor. He's a pretty simple guy who knows a lot about car mechanics. He likes peanut paste and can eat it right off the can with his finger. Played by William Sadler. Roseanne Connor is Dan's love and in union with whom they will have 4 children. She is a rather buxom and smiling woman who has a rather proud nature and often takes on a lot, but is not used to complaining about every occasion. Played by Roseanne Barr. Jimmy Meltrigger was one of Becky Connor's guys. He's fairly sociable and good-looking guy who can give signs of attention to girls he likes. Jimmy takes care of his appearance and tries to be neat. Wears glasses. The role is performed by Stefan Dorff. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share it on social networks, like it, and of course subscribe to the channel.